Hey, welcome back. And for those of you trying to brave the dating world in the digital 21st century, it's no surprise that most of the flirting we do is via text message. Telling us the major texting turnoffs is professional matchmaker Kim Rosenberg. Hi, Kim.
Hi, how are you?
So I gotta tell you, I mean, just recently married. I think the flirting over the text thing, I think that's okay, like as a warm-up, but that should not be the whole presentation.
Absolutely.
I need to have some conversation.
Absolutely, and there's certain things that should not be shared over text. I mean, you have to be very careful.
Are you talking about those pictures?
Well, that for starters.
I told Steve about that, but you know, he refuses to listen. So, yeah, why do people feel the need to text or email instead of calling?
I would say it's even more text than email. I mean, email would be generous these days. You know, it's very generational. I mean, you find that, you know, people are trying to have full conversations over text, and you know, text can be misconstrued no matter what. So I mean, you have to be very careful.
Well, that's why we have emojis, Kim.
Well, that you have to be careful with too. I mean, we're adults. Let's be honest. I mean. You can't say the letter C, I can't wait to see you later. I mean, spell it out. It's not that hard. Emojis can be, I mean, it's a younger generation. I mean, we're adults here.
So if it's a millennial thing, if you will, if we're going to put a title on it, what do they feel like? I mean, you're matchmaking all kinds of people of all ages. So why do the millennials think it's cool or it's okay? Like, to me, why are they lowering the standards?
You know, I think there's certain things that you can write over text, but you don't want to put a novel on text.
Right.
You know, if you've been dating somebody for a long period of time, you know, you at least owe it to them, if you're going to break up with them, to meet them face to face, have a conversation with them. I'm not saying it's just a millennial thing, but pick up the phone. It's not that hard. Why would you say, call me, when you can pick up the phone and call them? Right.
That's true. And I don't understand why it's okay. I get it. Hey, I kind of like you. It seemed like you called me a couple times. And you might, you know, chicken out and just say, hey, want to go to dinner? And you would text that.
I think that's appropriate.
But after that, I think you got to get the ball rolling.
Right. It should be short, informal, you know, light, keep it fun.
So what are some of the mistakes that people make when they are texting? So, you know, you like somebody, you do want to ask them out, or you do want to say you went out with them and you want to ask them out again. What are some of the mistakes that you find that people are making?
You know, I always tell my clients, I mean, you want to, since we are older, we do want a serious relationship. If you do want to see them again, the most appropriate thing to do is pick up the phone and call them. You know, it's okay to say, I'd love to see you again, but when you're actually planning that date, don't plan it over text. You know, call them. It makes them feel good. It makes them feel important that you know, they have an interest in you. And to go back and forth a million times, we're all busy. And if you don't respond, the question mark, question mark, question mark, why haven't you responded to me yet? No.
That's kind of a tell right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So who do you find complains or gets frustrated with the texting? Is it more women, more men, or is it an even group?
I think it's pretty even. You know, with my clients, it's funny when I have these conversations with them. You know, I was sitting with a client actually last week, and he was telling me, you know, I text her, you know, and she tells me she doesn't text a lot. I'm like, well, one, that might be a sign, you know, and two, you know, pick up the phone and call her.
Is there like a rule? Because for me, if I text you twice and you don't text me back, then that's done. Like the ball's in your court. Either you're going to talk to me or you're not, but I've moved on at that point.
Good for you. And first of all, that's a great step.
Because I just don't have the patience. Like I get it. You may be busy, you may be at work, because that's happened to me, and I get home at night and I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot to, you know, return a phone call or return a text. I'll get to that person tomorrow. So I will give you that. But after tomorrow, like, hey, you know, wanted to catch up. If I don't hear back from you, taking this down the road.
Well, you're smart, and I love it. Everybody should take your advice, to be honest with you. But you have to keep in mind also that, you know, during the day, you know, depending where you are, you know, you might have a government job, you might not be able to text back. So if somebody is texting you and texting you and texting you, it also depends on where you are in the relationship. If you're just getting to know somebody and they're not responding, that's maybe a sign. But if you're in a relationship, you know, they're probably busy. Give them a chance to respond.
And plus, if you're in a relationship, you probably have an idea of this person, and you can gauge them on that. Like, oh wow, they're usually texting me right back, and now they're not. So then maybe they're in a meeting.
Exactly.
Maybe they're tied up.
Exactly. So give them a chance to respond before. You don't want to be that needy, insecure person that has to have a response constantly.
Right. We left that in high school.
Right. Exactly.
All right, Kim, where can we go to get more information? Because, you know, it's coming up Valentine's Day. We got 2 weeks. You know, we're going to be looking for the right person.
Absolutely. You can go to www.its it's justlunchwashington.com.
It's just lunch. Okay. Wow. Just lunch, huh?
Just lunch.
That's it.
Keep it light.
Keep it light. Everybody's got to eat.
Fun, light, friendly.
There we go. All right, Kim, thanks so much for hanging out with us today. We do appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.